perfect world, I am here with you, and I can't.
Today on ICRT, we have a special guest joining us all the way from Australia, the talented singer-songwriter Dean Lewis.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. Now, we're not in Australia today. We are in Taipei, where you're going to be performing later tonight.
Can't wait. Yeah, I'm excited to be here. It's very hot outside, but I'm loving it.
And Taipei is loving you here too.
Thank you.
Is this your first time here?
My first time, yeah. First time here, and I know we're very close to Australia, but it's taken us way too long to get here. But yeah, first time.
And it won't be the last time, I'm sure of it.
No. I think we're really going to focus on this whole region now, and I think hopefully come back late next year or early the year after that for sure.
Fantastic. So is tonight's performance part of a greater tour that you'll be doing?
Yeah, we're kind of like doing a big world tour. It's a bit different here because these shows, because it's the first time we've been here, they're much smaller than what we're doing elsewhere because everywhere else in the world we basically played 4 or 5 times. So it's more of like a little duo set, but it's where we try really hard each night, but it's part of a world tour, yeah.
And what are you most excited about for tonight's performance?
I'm very excited about seeing how the fans are, like, because they're always different in every place. But there's been some fans at the airport and outside the hotel, and they're very nice, and they made a lot of things like photos and like signs, and so I'm interested to see if they make a lot of. I feel there's going to be a lot of signs tonight. So
That's so exciting.
Yeah, it's very sweet. Yeah.
Little posters and gifts.
Yeah.
See, Taiwan loves you.
Look, they're great. It's great. I love it.
Well, I just want to say congratulations on your brand new single with Julia Michaels, In a Perfect World. Now, this single came out in June, and all the fans were eagerly anticipating this new song drop. Now, can you tell us the story behind this collaboration and what it was like working with Julia?
Yeah, so basically, I sent her this one song, and she was like, I think, she goes, we can write something better. So we met for the first time in LA. It was I think like 3 months ago. Like, it was really recent, and like within 10 minutes I played her this other idea I'd written that morning, and she liked that, but she thought we could write a better chorus. And I was going through something where I just pushed this girl away that I really liked, and it was like she got too close. I was like, I've got to leave, it's too much. And so she was like, oh well, you're an idiot. She goes, she basically put herself in her shoes and then wrote from her perspective. And so the song is like my perspective and then her perspective, and it's just, she's incredible, but it was a great experience.
That's awesome. What was the most memorable part of this collaboration?
Well, it was probably when she just goes, what if we called it In a Perfect World, and you write about it from like, it's if you didn't leave. And I was like, what do you mean? And she just started singing, in a perfect world, I am here with you. And I was like, what? Like, how did you... Just watching her do that so fast was just like incredible. So there's a reason that she's like where she is, so talented.
She really is such an incredible songwriter.
Oh, I've never met anyone who like every idea they come up with is like insane, like insanely good. Because we all have strengths and weaknesses, but I feel like Julia has no weaknesses. She's just like really, just has one of those brains that's just like built for songwriting. You know what I mean?
She's living in a perfect world, maybe.
Maybe she is. Yeah,
a perfect songwriting world.
Oh, she's got that down. She's got it down.
And how do you like to write your songs?
Well, that's a good question. I basically just like write throughout the year. Like, I'm on the road, I might be backstage, or I'm in Los Angeles just recording on, like working on songs, and I'll be at home, and sometimes I'll hear a great song, get really inspired, and be like, oh, okay. Because great art sort of inspires you, kind of go, oh, that's so great. I want to pick up a guitar and write something. But I'll just kind of record ideas, and then at some point I'll either bring that idea in with a producer friend and finish it, or I'll finish it on my own, where I'll like set up a schedule where I'll wake up at like 10 a.m., start working at 10 a.m., and then I'll finish at like 1 p.m. And every day I'll just chip out 3 hours, 3 hours on it, 3 hours, and eventually you just craft the song. But yeah, that's how it happens.
You must write thousands of songs a year then, if you're doing that.
Well, I mean, there's a lot of ideas. There's so many ideas come out, but finished songs are they're more elusive because, and good songs are really difficult to get, because you can write a lot of songs, but when the lyrics and the melody and the meaning lines up, it's unbelievable. But they kind of come around once every kind of 2 years, so if you're lucky.
I totally understand. But hey, I'm so glad you managed to polish some jewels and we get to hear them and hopefully more songs coming soon.
Oh, so many coming. Yeah, absolutely.
I can't wait. Now I want to move on to some fun music-related questions.
Yes.
Now, imagine you're stranded on a desert island and you can only have 3 albums to accompany you. Only 3. One of them could be your music. Now, what 3 albums would you choose to keep you company at the desert island?
That's a tough one. I'd say Nebraska, Bruce Springsteen. I'm just going to say Be Here Now by Oasis because I'm vibing it. And I've got to say my album. I've got to say The Hardest Love. I mean, I have to. Because I love those songs, although when I release them, I usually don't listen to them. So I probably wouldn't listen that much. But it'd be cool to be like, I did this.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
That's fun. And if you could create a super group with any musicians from any era, who would be in your super group? Would you have a name for this band?
Well, I'd probably go me, David Kushner, and Anson Seabra. And we would be called Sad Boy Club.
Sad Boy Club?
And the songs would suck. They would be the worst songs ever. Because it would be so redundant and it would make no sense. But we would try very hard.
What type of music would that band create?
Well, it'd be like Kushner's kind of cool, so he'd kind of make it a bit cooler. And me and Anson would be like really like straight down the line, real simple stuff. And you'd get this blend of cool and straight down the line. Yeah. So sad piano songs, a bit of acoustic guitar.
That sounds like a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Sad Boys Club. All right.
Sad Boys Club. Yeah, it's coming soon.
Now, I know you've performed a duet with Julia Michaels, but if you could have a duet with any other artist, either from today or the past, who would it be?
Ruth B. and Sasha Sloan.
Oh.
Yeah, definitely.
Do you think those are going to be on the cards in the future?
They are definitely on the cards, to be honest. Yeah, I wrote a couple of songs, one with each person, and they're really good, and they're coming soon.
Oh, so excited.
Yeah,
okay, I can't wait to hear. I'm a big fan of Ruth B.
Oh, she's incredible. We message each other like every day, like about the dumbest things. Like it's really funny. Like we become really good friends, and we'll like just send each other TikToks and like. But it's funny. She's such a good person. She's the best.
Oh, I'm so glad.
Yeah.
Now, if you could perform a concert anywhere in the world, even unconventional places, and bonus points if you can think of an unconventional place to do a concert, what would be your dream venue?
Well, unconventional doesn't really line up with dream because I'd want to do like I mean, to be honest, the best place I've ever played is Montreal. Like it's insane. The crowds, I don't know what they do. Like everyone says this, they scream twice as loud as everyone else, and I'm like, I don't know why. Everyone in Quebec is like that. It's so cool. I'm really excited to do. It's called Place Belle. I think it's like 9,000 people. I think that's what we're doing next time we go to Montreal. So I'd probably say that. That's going to be my dream, I think. But or Red Rocks in Colorado, in America, looks really cool. One day, we'll see if we get to that.
How about an unconventional place? Since I did ask you,
an unconventional place to play.
Have you ever thought about that?
Oh, I've always wanted to do, like, you know how people do like. So there's this place in Australia called World Bar.
Okay.
And it was like a little bar, and I used to go there and watch the bands upstairs play to like literally 100 people in a room, tiny room. And it was a club downstairs, and I used to watch the bands and be like, they're so cool. Like, I missed that. I skipped that. Like my first song blew up, and I went straight to like. I mean, we're doing like, it was still small venues at 500 people, but like I missed that whole stage of like playing at a cool club with like all these people around it. Like I missed that. So I've always wanted to go back and actually just do something like that. It's unconventional, but like do a small little room like that in like a club or something where people don't really expect you, but they know you a little bit. I sort of skipped that whole phase, which I feel upset about. But you want to skip that phase, but I don't want to skip it.
You want to try it at least once.
Yeah, I want to see how it feels.
Well, maybe Sad Boys Club debut, World Bar.
No, but if we were all promoting that, we would do 3 times as big. So it would be awful. It wouldn't make sense.
Or you could all wear masks, then no one would know.
Masked as each other.
Oh.
So I could wear an Anson face. Anson could wear Kushner. Be gold.
We better trademark this before it goes anywhere.
Yeah.
All right, if you're a character in a movie, what type of movie would it be? Is it action, comedy, drama, thriller? And who would play you in the film?
Okay, Bradley Cooper, because his hair in that Star is Born is so good. Although I don't look nearly as good as him. Bradley Cooper would play me. and the film would be an underwater thriller.
Underwater thriller?
Yeah, no, actually, no, I hate the ocean. So,
What?
so no, it would maybe be like, it'd just be like a sad story about a guy who's like he's writing love songs about heartbreak, and then like.
Isn't that A Star Is Born?
Yeah.
Hasn't that already been made?
But in Star Is Born, he blows up, right?
Yeah, right.
It'd be like he'd be bubbling under, blowing up for like ages, and then it would like, and then he just would stay there, and then do big, and then he'd do like small shows and big shows, and just like it would be kind of anticlimactic.
Okay.
Like you'd think it was going to happen, and then it would be like, oh no, it's just good. You know what I mean? That's how I feel like my vibe is.
Where's the thrilling part of it, though?
It's not thrilling at all.
Yeah.
No, it's terribly depressing and exciting at times, and then depressing. And filled with anxiety.
And lots of sad boy club soundtrack.
A lot of sad boy club. That's how we're going to publicize the whole thing. Yeah.
All right, I can't wait. Okay, but let's go back to some serious questions. Now, we all know that the music industry is both rewarding but also challenging. Now, what's one valuable lesson that you've learned along your journey through music? And you is there something that you wish you had known when you first started out?
Oh, yeah. Well, it's that no one really knows what they're talking about. No one does. And the ability to say no. You got to say no a lot. And I was lucky because I got signed a bit later in my life, like when I was 26, I think. And I'd already had some experiences where you go along with someone else's plan and something doesn't work, and then you fail, and then that person disappears. And I kind of knew that very quickly. Like I'd always say no. So right from the start, people were telling me what to be, how to be. And as a young artist, and as an artist, even when you're experienced, you have to constantly be holding the steering wheel, because right from the start, people will tell you where to go. And the moment you let go of it, they'll tell you who to be, and then when it doesn't work, they're gone. They disappear because they have 1,000 other people to take care of, and they don't care. And there are really good people in that as well, but it's like you have to hold onto the steering wheel of where you're going, and you see it time and time again, people not following their true instincts and ending up failing on someone else's idea, and it's like, that's my definition of hell. So I just say no. Be really good at saying no. Have a really good support team around you that listens and can trust you and support you. But be prepared to say no a lot, because no matter what level you get to, everyone will always be telling you what to do. Always. Yeah.
I think that's some excellent advice, not just for the music industry, but for all walks of life.
100%. Yeah, business. If you have any success you have, it's a podcast, or people will always tell you where to go and how to do it. Everyone's got an opinion, but follow your instincts and do what you. I think follow your instincts.
I love that.
Yeah.
Follow your instincts. Now, many artists have a defining moment where they realize that, I'm going to go all in.
Yeah.
Music is going to be my career. What was that moment for you?
Oh, that's a good question. Oh, well, okay. I had, it's kind of a weird thing to say, but like I had this huge debt. I had like $10,000 I'd saved. I'd spent maybe $15,000 getting songs recorded. They all sucked apart from one, which was okay. And I moved in with my nan, because I was like, this 10 grand is like, I'm gonna give this a crack. And I got a manager, and then I went to England, and I just went all in. I just was like, I'm not paying any rent anymore. I'm gonna give this thing a proper go, because I felt like I was on the edge of like failing in life. Like I wasn't pursuing things. Opportunities would always come to me, and I'd always miss them. I'd be too slow to, but you get that point as I did as a guy, where I went, I gotta make this happen now or you're done. And I just went all in, and basically I didn't quit my job, but I was a freelance guy, so I could slowly do less and less work over. So I ended up doing 1 day a week, and then and I kind of went all in and moved in with Nan, and then it somehow worked out. So lucky.
Wow.
Yeah.
Talk about luck and putting all your eggs in one basket, but it worked out. You followed your gut.
Yeah, exactly. But the terrifying thing about that is that doesn't happen for everyone. And but if you make something great, and I make a lot of things that are not great, that are awful, but if you make great art, I truly believe that it will find a way somewhere. No matter what, it'll always find a way. It might not be a global hit, but it might be a hit in this country, or it might connect with a bunch of people and you get a fan base. If you make something great, that will be the one truth in the world, no matter what gatekeepers are in the way, that always holds true.
It will speak to the right people.
Exactly, for sure, yeah.
Well, now you're touring the world and collaborating with some of the world's greatest artists. Now, what sort of impact would you like your music to have on the people who listen to your music?
Yeah, well, this is something I've really thinking about lately, is like, there's no point in writing songs that don't mean something. Unless it means something, I don't want to do it. So I'm more and more trying to go into that. I want to write things that are real and are genuine and mean something, because I feel like we're in a world of like, you go on TikTok and like literally everyone is just desperate for attention in a way of like making anything to get like anyone to listen. And I get it, but I think there's a real good opportunity right now for artists to like make genuinely good art in a world of just desperation, you know what I mean? And I think it's really, you can actually stand out right now by making something real. And yeah, so that's what I'm trying to really focus on right now.
Honesty really has its power.
It does. I mean, people connect to those things that are super personal to you. They're the most universal things. When you write about something that's so niche that you're going through and real, that's when it can connect globally. Not the mistake a lot of people do, and I've done this, is sometimes you write a song and you go, oh, let's write this for everyone, and it impacts no one. So, yeah.
Well, I'm really looking forward to seeing whatever projects or music that comes out in the next near future. So speaking of which, any hints on what might be coming next?
Yeah, there's another song. It's coming out in a month. It's called, I can't tell the name because we haven't talked about that, but it's a really deep song about, it's hard to explain, but it's really about forgetting who you are and having really good friends around you that help you up at a time when you sort of lost yourself. And I'm really trying to go back to really the songs with meaning. So I'm very excited for people to hear it.
I love that, and I can't wait to hear it. Well, thank you so much for today, and good luck with your concert tonight.
Thank you so much.
And looking forward to hearing your new song in a month.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
And I kiss you slow in a dim lit room when you